Shortly before midnight, September 11th, 2023, I had to make the decision to put my cat down. I was given a choice. I could go down a path that involved spending thousands of dollars that I didn't have to seek a treatment that might buy her 6 months, a year, and even then, she wouldn't be the same. She wouldn't be my girl. Or I could say one of the hardest goodbyes of my life. It's not fair. It's not just. It's not right. She didn't do anything wrong, and neither did I. I want to be mad at something or someone, but let's be honest, there's no one to be mad at. She had congestive heart failure. She was 11 years old. And yeah, plenty of cats live longer, but that's still getting up there. It was quick. She didn't suffer for long, and I made sure my last words to her were that I loved her. It's uncomfortable to hear this, but everything went the way it should have. Death is scary. It's uncomfortable. It's one of a handful of things that 100% of living things will do. It's routine, it's textbook, it happens all the time. And you know it's going to happen. And there's no other choice but for it to happen. But you're never ready. Nothing you say and nothing you do will feel like it's enough. You can't avoid it. Death and taxes fall squarely into the niche category of bureaucracy simulators. You're one of many reapers and one of many cities. Every day, you receive a stack of dossiers. You get a picture, an age, and a paragraph. And based on those things, you decide if each one lives or dies. Complicating matters is the quota. You can't kill everyone, nor can you spare everyone. What you're pursuing is balance.
We keep humans from falling off. We establish the equilibrium and keep the chaos in check.
If everyone is spared, resources dwindle and civil unrest increases. If you kill too many, or if you kill the wrong people, you can plunge the world into a dark age. The world around you needs balance. Sometimes you also receive additional instructions that you don't understand. 2 doctors must die. Spare all the marine biologists. Whether you follow them is up to you. All that really matters in the end is that some must live, and some must die. In your spare time on the weekends, you can go to the local bar and talk with others in your profession.
Sure as heck haven't seen you before. You must be brand new. I appreciate the antediluvian eldritch horror thing you're going for. Very tentacle-y.
As the world around you unfolds, you learn that every living thing has a reaper there to keep life in check, even the plants.
Who? Where? Don't know what you're talking about, Sonny. Oh boy, our fame has traveled far, and we didn't even have to leave our desk.
Balance isn't exclusive to humans. Reaper Frank Whittle recounts working in the dog department, which left him understandably distraught. This isn't the common sentiment, though. Most of the Reapers, as well as your boss, seem to maintain a detachment from what they're doing. Some reduce it to paperwork, some talk vaguely about the balance, and others just aren't much bothered by the emotional aspect of it. It's a job, like any other, and it needs to be done. And why shouldn't it be them who does it? We're weird like that. Humans can hear about 1,000 lives being snuffed out in an instant, without any more than a, wow, that's tragic. The instant they lose a pet, though, they're inconsolable. In Final Fantasy VII, we can slice through or gun down hundreds, but the moment Sephiroth plunges that sword into Aerith, well, that's different. In almost every game, we are someone else's monster. It's why we invent Elysian fields, where there's no scarcity or suffering, or we concoct heavens where only the people we like can rejoice forever, or we imagine a great feast table in Odin's halls, or whatever it is we need to not be afraid. We can't beat it here on Earth. So we make a new ideal that negates death. But that's not the way it works. There's no heaven. There's no great feast. In trying to create these things, we only serve to cheapen death. We make it less than what it is in our minds. And in a lot of cases, we give up that chunk of ourselves in the process. A fear of death is healthy. It's normal, it's natural. And it's what gives life its value. I was listening to a podcast recently where the host was going through the same thing as me. He had to say one last goodbye to a truly beloved pet. And he said something that'll stick with me forever. The price of love is grief, and it's a bargain. The first thing everyone has asked me when they found out about my loss was how I was holding up. I will be fine. I don't mean that in a callous and dismissive way. I mean I'm going to cry a lot, and I'm going to dwell on the things I regret. I'm going to eat unhealthy food and binge games or movies or anything that's going to give me something else to focus on. The wound is still fresh, and it needs time to heal. But I will be fine. Nothing in life is certain but death and taxes, and at the time, both of them feel like theft, taking what you've built for some goal you may never see the benefits of. In the end, though, with time, you'll at least understand why they exist. And that while they're not always just, and not always fair, and not always right, they're inevitable for a reason. Play Death and Taxes. It's cheap, it's on Steam, and everyone watching this video can benefit from it. It's a phenomenal game. Enjoy it. And, take care.